What if one of the best things you could add to your retirement plan isn't another investment, but a YouTube channel? I didn't become a content creator until I was 51. And today that channel produces income in several different ways, all of which I'm going to share with you today. I'm breaking down how it actually works, what I wish I'd known before I got started, and whether YouTube could realistically become part of your retirement plan, even if you have no audience today. This is not a get-rich-quick plan. YouTube income is not guaranteed and not something you can do passively. It can become a flexible, scalable source of supplemental income. And the best part, you don't need to be young, famous, or technically savvy to get started. I started my YouTube career at the age of 51 after leaving a corporate executive role for the largest staffing company in the world. I loved my career, I loved my job, but I kept hearing this rumbling sound in my head saying there has to be something different. I've succeeded at that. I need to try something else. And I wanted something that I could sustain well into my 50s and 60s. And spending as much time in corporate as I did, whether anybody wants to admit it or not, when you're a female in corporate, there is a glass ceiling in terms of your age. You will eventually age out. Believe me, I worked with thousands of HR professionals. They will never tell you that. So I wanted something that I could start that I was in control of and I could carry it into my 50s, 60s, and even 70s if I want. And that's what I want to share with you today. No matter what age you are, where you are in life, getting started with a YouTube career has never been easier. And by easier, I mean you don't need to have a following like you did 5 years ago. 5 years ago, having subscribers really was important because of the way you make income. So let's talk about way number one. One of the ways to earn revenue on YouTube is by AdSense. YouTube will pay you to put a commercial or an ad on your videos. So you don't need a lot of subscribers in order to have those ads played. It's really based on views. Every video that plays an ad, you will get paid for that. And the amount you get paid is based on how many people view that ad. As a side note, if you have a content creator that you enjoy watching on YouTube, let the ad play through because that's how they get paid. That's not a lot of money, but over time it does add up. So the more people that watch your video, the more views that ad gets and the more money you make. And the great thing is, as long as you leave that video up, somebody can watch that video in a year from now, 2 years from now. It's accumulative, so it keeps building. I have videos that I posted 3 years ago that are still getting about 100 views a day. So you can see how that starts to add up for the work that you've already done. Now, if you've been thinking about starting a YouTube channel, the reason I encourage you to do it now is because the way the algorithm works, it favors anybody that's getting started. And you may say, Jody, I don't know how to do beauty. I'm not a hairstylist. What would I even talk about on YouTube? You guys, there are so many things that people are interested in watching on YouTube. And you really want to think about what is unique to you. Do you like to sew? Would you enjoy teaching sewing? Are you a painter? Would you like to enjoy teaching people how to paint? Perhaps you're not a chef, but you love baking and you love decorating cookies. People love watching inspirational, educational, instructional type videos. There is an audience for everyone, and your personality is so unique, you will attract people that like watching your video style. So then your next question might be, well, I'm not technically sound. You guys, right now, the way the YouTube algorithm works, and you've probably seen this when you open YouTube, videos are served to you based on what you've watched before, not necessarily who you are subscribed to. So even though I have 141,000 subscribers, and I'm so grateful, in my head, I want to get to 250,000, and it serves me nothing other than I think it's self-fulfilling that says, okay, I'm doing the right things. People like what I'm doing. But that subscriber number in terms of income is less important. What's important is how many people view your video. Maybe you like to foster animals. You can create videos on how you're fostering the animals, what it's like fostering, what it's really like in the house, how do you really feed all the animals, and tell the story. And you'll start to see people will view that. Then comes income opportunity number 2, affiliate marketing. Now, affiliate marketing comes from when you are talking about a product that you enjoy using, and you reach out to the company that makes that product, or maybe they will reach out to you and you have an email discussion and say, hey, I really like this dog collar that I use when I foster dogs. Can we work together so that I can get an affiliate link? You guys, affiliate links, and you'll see a lot of them listed down below in my channel. All it means is that the company is paying me a commission for showing you or making you aware of the product. If you were to go buy that product in the store, it costs you exactly the same as it does if you use a link, my links or anyone else's link. There's no extra charge to you. The company is just willing to pay us a percentage of a commission, if you will, and oftentimes it's 5 or 6%. I've seen it as high as 12%, I think 15 on a few items. So think about where affiliate links could come in helpful in products or stories that you would like to tell. Again, going back to the baking, for example, if you love to bake, you can talk about the way you bake, how you adjust oven temperatures, when you substitute mayonnaise in case of eggs. I'm not that good of a baker, but you can tell the story in your unique style, and then reach out to companies that make bowls or make cupcake tins and see if you can work and get an affiliate link through them. Because if it's a product that you're already using and you're sharing it with your audience, the audience may want that cupcake tin and they trust you because you use it. And if it's an organically way that you're using it, then that again builds trust. You've probably seen YouTube videos from people that you don't necessarily trust them because of the way they're constantly, the beauty industry is notorious for this. Every video they're using a new product and it's game changing. It's the best thing ever. You're gonna love it. I don't do those kind of videos because they don't feel authentic to me, and the trust of the audience is really important to me. So you want to talk about and incorporate products with affiliate links that are genuinely good products to you, because if they're not, the audience will see right through it. And then be prepared for some comments. Here's a comment that I got just the other day. So you make commission on this. Sorry, I don't want reviews. I get it. I understand. That is not somebody that's followed me very often that understands how I work and how I share products with you guys is very authentic. And if it didn't come across that way to her, I understand it. I'm sorry it didn't, because I'm very honest in my videos, but I understand it. So you will get some of that, but affiliate marketing is really a strong way to increase your income when it comes to social media, especially YouTube. It's one of the most important ways because you are talking about products and companies are grateful that you are bringing those products to your audience and sharing information about them. So they're happy to pay you a percentage of the commission. And again, it doesn't change the price for anybody that's paying it. You'll see in the bottom of my description box, I have all of my affiliate links listed for products that I use every day. My shampoo, my toothpaste, my conditioner, a lot of the makeup that I wear, my makeup brushes, because in the beginning, those were questions that I got asked a lot. What brush are you using? What shampoo do you use? What hair products do you like? So instead of me trying to answer that every time and linking it to that person, I put my most common daily use things down in the description box, because again, those videos are up forever. And if somebody wants to use the same toothpaste that I use, for example, it's listed right there, and then you'll make a commission on it. One of the reasons that people over 50, over 60, over 70 make such great content creators is because you come with life experiences, both personal and professional, and people enjoy learning different stories. We often have knowledge that can solve other people's problems, and over time, we've developed good, strong communication skills to get the message across. Another point to make is that oftentimes when you have mature skin, for example, and you're talking to a mature skin audience, you have instant credibility. If you are somebody that likes to sew, the audience that wants to know more about sewing, you'll have instant credibility with them because you have the same skill set and perhaps even more. And I think as we get older, we have a more personal sense of our values, and that can really come through on camera. The third way that you can earn income on YouTube is by having a sponsored video. Now, I don't do a lot of these. I think I've done 4 in 5 years. The most recent one that I did was just 2 weeks ago. I've done 2 for It Cosmetics. The reason I will do a sponsored video, and I want to make this really clear, the reason I will do a sponsored video is because I will only do the kind that allow me to talk about or share the specifics about a product. I'll use that It Cosmetics one as a great example. It was their lip transformer. I talked about the different shades. I talked about having a lip liner on one side and a lip balm on the other. It's really more of introducing the product to you than selling you the product and saying why I love it. I get emails every day from companies wanting to sponsor a video, meaning send me the product and pay me to talk about the product. And oftentimes you guys, more often than not, like I said, I've only done 4 in 5 years, I say no because sometimes those come with a script of what they want you to say. And that's just not my style. But if that is something that you're interested in, let's go back to the fostering animals, for example. Maybe a company that sells dog bowls wants you to talk about selling dog bowls, and they'll pay you $1,000 to talk about these dog bowls in your videos because your videos are averaging 5,000 views per video. And you say, okay, I can do that because I'm not promising that this dog bowl is going to make your dog stronger. I'm not promising that this dog bowl is going to make your dog's food healthier. I'm just introducing to you this dog bowl because if I didn't bring it to my audience, maybe they wouldn't have known about it. Those are the type of sponsored opportunities that I look for, but I get so many where they send me the script of how they want me to tell you how great their product is, and I just won't do that. But again, it's a fine line and new opportunities come in every day. And I don't have a ton of views on my videos, and I'm still getting those types of opportunities. So you can see where if you had a channel where you had higher views than I'm only getting about 3,000 views, you guys, and by most brand standards, that's not good at all. And so I'm constantly working to try to increase my views. But if you had a subject that had more views, and by that I mean 5,000 to 10,000 views within the first 2 weeks of the video going live, those are numbers that brands are really interested in. And you'll start to see those opportunities come in really quickly where not only will they send you the dog bowl or the cupcake tin or a new sewing machine if your channel is about sewing, but they'll pay you to show their product on your channel. That's a sponsored video. Many people do those and get paid very, very well. The fourth way to supplement your income on YouTube is by memberships. Now, memberships are an opportunity for your audience who's loyal to you, likes your content, and wants to see more of your content. They can purchase more content, meaning you can create additional content over what you normally post to your channel. You can create it behind a firewall, and only people that pay that membership can have access to that additional content. Maybe you want to create content that's more behind the scenes, showing how you set up for your video shoots, for example. And people are interested in seeing that, and they will pay a monthly membership. And the more memberships that you have, and the more people that you have doing it, and the longer they do it, then obviously that's a great income. On my memberships, I took a little different approach, again, remembering that my demographic is women over 50, and I wanted content that was gonna be available to everyone, regardless of their ability to pay or not. This is my job, so I do need to make a living doing it. So my memberships are the lowest amount that YouTube offers. You can charge different amounts. YouTube gives you different tiers that you can charge. The lowest one is 99 cents a month. So I decided to just charge 99 cents a month to be a member of the channel. I call it a channel ambassador. So whoever wants to support the channel can support the channel, and everyone will always have access to all of the content. Memberships, to me, I feel a little bit, I just don't like separation between the rich and the poor. I've just always been mindful of that. And I feel like, for me personally, again, everyone does what is right for them. For me personally, I just didn't want, for my audience, I didn't want some people to feel like they were missing out on something just because they couldn't afford it to see what other content I was creating. So this way I create content for everyone and sort of crowdfunding. Those that want to support it by becoming a member, and 99 cents was the lowest. But that is a fourth way to earn income on YouTube. And if you charge, $5 a month to be a member, you build a good community and you're providing value of whatever that content is behind the scenes, there's people that are really interested in that. You can create a YouTube channel on so many different topics, and you are uniquely positioned to do that because, again, of your life experiences. Maybe you're somebody that really enjoys yoga, but the cost of a studio and the equipment just made it impossible for you to do. You guys can set up an iPhone in front of your yoga mat and do a yoga class and put it up on YouTube. Again, there are people that want to watch what you have to offer. Maybe you're somebody that just likes to do DIY projects around the house. Maybe you like to paint bathrooms or remodel bathrooms on a budget. Super fun to do, really easy to do. You're probably already doing it. Maybe you're somebody that likes to talk about retirement planning or career reinvention like I do. Maybe you're somebody that likes to do gardening. Think about how much gardening you do and how just setting up a camera and walking through how you deadhead a plant can be really helpful for people. Again, you guys, there is an audience for everything. You could do tutorials based on your professional experience. Maybe you're retired from human resources and you want to talk about just different career ideas, ways to increase your chances of getting the job through the interview process, or resume writing skills. Maybe you're a former bartender and you've got some great ideas of how to mix drinks, less expensive ways to entertain guests when they come over. Maybe you're somebody that likes to put together unique crafts. Maybe you like to host parties and you can show how you host parties, either luxurious parties or more DIY affordable parties. Well, let's just use that as an example. Maybe you're somebody that likes to throw affordable parties. You can not only create videos on how you do that, the videos will then get views. The videos will have ads. Those ads will be viewed by the viewers of your video, so you get AdSense. In that video, you share 5 or 6 products that you really enjoy using. You leave them down below with an affiliate link. So some of the people that viewed your video will purchase the products through your affiliate link at no extra cost to them. That's really important to stress. And maybe that video did so well that the brand of the tablecloth that you used in the video reaches out to you and says, hey, we saw your video on how you decorated your home for a 4th of July party using our tablecloth. We would love to sponsor one of your videos coming up. You negotiate a price and you make a video for that brand showcasing their tablecloths and why you chose to use them. Maybe it's the material, maybe because you can fold them, put them in the closet, bring them back out, and you don't have to iron them. Whatever makes that tablecloth beneficial, that now becomes a sponsored video. And again, you don't need a large following. You could have one video be seen by 5,000 people and only have 200 subscribers. That's really how the algorithm is working today. It is bringing videos to the viewer, to the audience of that video. It used to be that your video would be pushed out to people that subscribe to your channel. Well, you've probably seen in your browser pages that's not so much the case. Now videos are being pulled to you based on what you've previously watched. So you can see how your video about yoga or dogs or eating healthy will be pushed to thousands and thousands of people, just one video. And if you do 2 videos a week or 3 videos a week, that multiplies and compounds over time. It's important to note that 99% of creators don't make a meaningful income immediately. It does take time to build. That's the business model. The first phase is really learning how to create videos and videos that people want to watch. It's really simple. Many people are going viral with an iPhone. You don't need really expensive cameras or setup. Many people are creating videos right from their phone and they're outperforming other videos. Why does this happen? Well, YouTube helps take out some of the guesswork. Once you create a channel, you have access to a tool called YouTube Studio. You'll find so much analytics. It can almost be a little paralyzing at first, but you'll really start to understand through repetition of putting up videos. You guys, if you think it's a bad video, still put it up because you need the data. Put up video after video after video and then start to see what is it that your audience likes. Maybe you're talking about gardening and you find out over time, gosh, my audience that watches gardening videos really doesn't like anything under 20 minutes. My 20-minute videos tend to perform better. You'll start to see these patterns evolve that then help you make decisions on your videos. You also want to just make sure that your video flows and that people stay interested throughout the whole thing. But again, you can do that just by learning how to talk to the camera and how to leave little bits of nuggets throughout the video so that people want to stay to the very end. And again, people over 50 have such a unique, beautiful story because of your life experiences, both through your work world, raising kids, not having kids as an adult, whatever is uniquely your story, people want to hear it. Again, there is an audience for everything. So does it cost a lot to get started? It really doesn't. You need a smartphone, you need a basic microphone, you need some basic editing skills, and you guys, I had 0 editing skills. I learned how to edit on iMovie, which is a editing software that automatically comes on a Mac computer. It's very user-friendly, but again, there are tutorials for everything on YouTube. So if you have iMovie and you're not sure how to use it, just put in iMovie and everything will come up. And not only is iMovie free on your Mac, but it has some pretty advanced editing skills that will get you far. And depending on what your subject is, you may need a quiet, uncluttered place to film. And then a useful subject with a clear message. Now, some of the hidden costs are more time invested. You need to give yourself time to learn how to communicate on camera and what makes a good hook, because you need your videos to be seen because those ads come on throughout the video. If people immediately jump onto your video and then within a couple seconds click out, you're not gonna get any ad revenue, meaning YouTube didn't have time to show any commercials or ads in your video because people clicked out too soon. So you wanna learn how to create a story that keeps people interested throughout the video. That's why many YouTubers say, well, at the end, I'm gonna share with you this, or stay to the end because I'm gonna share this tip. That's because they are wanting you to invest your time to watch the whole video. You're gonna need time for trial and error. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna put up videos that don't perform well at all. And those are usually the ones that you put so much time in and you're like, this one's gonna be a big hit. Everyone, I know this video is gonna go really well. And then it won't. And that's okay, because the data and the analytics will help you understand why that video didn't perform well. You'll also learn things like what's a good upload time. And that used to be really important. It's not as important anymore, but when is the majority of your audience online? That's when you're gonna wanna upload videos. And again, YouTube Studio will tell you all this data. If you're not already comfortable on camera, you will get more comfortable on camera. I left up my videos from 5 years ago when I first started. Some people take down their older videos. I don't, because I think it tells the story. You will see I'm not nearly as comfortable on camera in my early videos as I am today. It just comes with time and you just learn to become more comfortable. And when you watch enough of your own videos, and you edit your own videos, you see where, oh, I should have said something different there, or oh, I wish I would have made a little bit of a different turn, or oh, I wish I would have inserted a picture of what I was talking about to really hit home or illustrate my point. You'll learn all those things. So I always recommend don't hire an editor in the beginning. And when you become really big, maybe you do want an editor, but I found so much value in learning how to edit and editing my own videos. But everybody's different, so do what's most comfortable and most affordable for you. So when it comes to starting your YouTube channel, your biggest investment in the beginning probably won't be your camera or any of your equipment. It will really be your willingness to be a beginner again. And that was one of the biggest lessons, you guys, I had to learn, because at this stage of life, we are probably topping out at a career that we've been out for a long time and we know what we're doing. People come to us with questions and get very expert answers because we've done it. Well, when you start a YouTube channel for the first time in your 50s, your 60s, or even your 70s, and I encourage you to do that, you become a beginner again. No one's coming to you asking for advice. You're not at the top of any food chain. In fact, you are grasping for resources. But the great news is there are a lot of videos on YouTube to help you get started. There's outreach. You've got to reach out and ask for the guidance. Because unlike what career you've probably found yourself in, where there was either college courses or mentorship programs or manuals, those don't exist so much. The learning style of how to become a content creator is different. You don't go get a hard copy book. You can't go to the library to learn. You've got to learn online. You've got to be willing to search YouTube to find the tutorials to teach you what skill set you're looking for in order to become a content creator. But the good news is, you guys, it is all there and then some. Now, some people think that if they're a content creator, they have to share their personal life. You can share as little or as much of your personal life as you want to as a content creator. You just set up your channel that way. So think about your channel as a storefront. Whatever you would bring into your retail space, that's what you would bring onto your YouTube channel, whatever level of comfort that is for you. You also want to be prepared that there are going to be some negative comments, and it happens all the time. And at first you take them really personal because you think, gosh, that person really didn't like what I had to say, or they didn't like the way I said it, or they didn't like the way my lips looked in that video. And it does sting at first, you guys, it really does. And there are still some that sting. In fact, I got one the other day that I'm just like, really? It said, the way you keep talking and stopping the application is really bugging me. You did it like 3 brushes with Milani. What the hell? That's just how I do it. So clearly my style didn't work for that person, and that's okay. That comment 5 years ago would have almost ruin my day. But now I don't. I just put it over there and go, that says way more about that person than it does about me. Somebody shared this great analogy with me when I first started my channel, and I want to pass it along to you in case it's something you're thinking about. Think of your YouTube channel as a retail store. So if you are trying to bring in customers, aka viewers, you are going to present your product, your services in a professional manner. If somebody was to walk up to your store and leave a negative message on a piece of paper and stick it to the window of your store, you would go and take it down. That's the same thing you can do with YouTube. If somebody was to leave a really negative comment, you have an ability to just remove that comment so that the other people don't see it about your business or about your video or about your channel. I leave most of the comments up because for the most part, if it's negative about the way I said something or the way I did something. So I don't take it as personal. If it's a personal attack against the way I look, then I take that down because there's no reason I'm going to give you space on my channel to say something negative about me and not only affect me, but affects the other people in the community, because you never know how your negative comment is going to read to someone else. So I just don't allow it and I remove it, and you can do that too. Another thing you don't have to do when you create a YouTube channel besides sharing your personal life is you don't have to try to be younger. There is an audience of baby boomers, Gen X, that are looking for people that they can relate to, that have a skill set that maybe they want to learn, and that's where you are uniquely positioned. You don't have to have a big glamorous home. Think of some of your favorite YouTubers and look behind them. Are you watching them because they have this luxurious home? Maybe one or two content creators that you follow are, but if you're there to really learn how to foster dogs, do you care if their house is luxurious? No, and yours doesn't have to be either. You don't have to be loud or controversial, and you don't have to have a desire to become famous. Some people are more comfortable behind the camera, and that's totally fine too. Not every video do you have to sit in front of it and talk. There are so many video styles that don't require you to just sit and talk in front of a camera. Here are some skills that you do want to possess in order to have a successful YouTube channel. You want to have the desire to help, train, teach, or educate a defined audience in a specific skill. You want to have the ability to speak clearly about the subject so people can understand. Here's a must. You must show up authentically. If you try to be somebody that you're not, it will be sniffed out quickly. Now, if you come on to be a character and it's that character that you're selling, that's one thing. But if you are normally an easygoing, talk about whatever kind of person, and you come on very stiff and sound like the 5 o'clock news anchor, that's not going to read well and your audience will not want to watch. And then you want to learn how to package that knowledge in a clickable thumbnail so that the audience will click on it to view. And again, that comes with time. My thumbnails look very different now than they did 5 years ago. Now let's talk about some of the excuses that you're already giving yourself that we're not going to settle for. You're probably thinking, I'm too old, I'm not good with technology, I don't like how I look or sound on camera, what will my friends and family think? Side note on that one, you guys, your friends and family will be some of the people that don't follow you, and it's okay. Think about it this way. When you had a different job, did your friends or family follow you to that job and really get invested in what you do? Probably not so much. Being a content creator is exactly the same thing. We just assume that our friends and family are A, gonna make fun of us, or B, follow us and it will help give us a boost. And 9 times out of 10, they really don't follow you and they're just not that interested. It's okay, just expect that to be the case. You may be thinking, well, everything I'd want to do has already been done. I don't have any followers, and that doesn't matter in today's world. Or the worst one, you may be thinking, I don't have anything interesting to say. You guys, that is just not true. You don't need to be the first person to talk about a subject to make it interesting. You need to be the person that someone in your audience connects with, finds relevant, and trusts. So for all of you out there that are in this generation visible, where we refuse to go take a back seat, whether it's because of our age or because of where we are in our career, here's a couple things I want you to remember. We've been conditioned to think that retirement means less visible and gradually stepping away. But this stage in life can be the exact moment where everything you learn becomes the foundation for something new. YouTube may not replace your retirement savings, and it shouldn't be treated as a guarantee, but it can create supplemental income, purpose, limitless and opportunities you may not have imagined. If you were going to start a YouTube channel on something you already know or love, what would it be? Tell me down in the comments. And if you'd like me to start a beginner series specifically for those of us over 50, let me know that as well. We can cover things like equipment, channel ideas, and go more in depth about how YouTube income works. Just let me know. Well, that is a lot of information I shared with you today, but I hope it was impactful, encouraging, and helpful. And I encourage you to share it with anybody else that you think might want to just dabble in YouTube a little bit, or at least take back the mystery of what being a content creator is all about. All right, you guys, I will see you in just a couple days with another video on comparing two products, and you don't want to miss this one. I mean, you don't want to miss any of them. They're all so good. All right, I will see you then. Bye-bye.